Good morning and welcome to Fort Seller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful Monday yesterday. Today is Tuesday, April 27th, 2021. It is a day 2. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you, as I always do, to participate in the Mindful Minute. Arrive in the here and the now. Maybe things have been hectic this morning. Maybe there's something that happened in the past that you just didn't like. It brought up, maybe unpleasant feelings. Or maybe there are things that have happened that you're really excited about. Same thing about the future that you're really anxious about. Let all of that go. Right here, right now. That's all that matters. And to get ourselves to really relish and savor this, let's do a mindful minute. Now, I'm going to practice using the smelling of the flower and the blowing out of the candle, but you can use whatever breathing technique you would like to use. Remember, as you invent new breathing techniques, sometimes I use them, sometimes I might not, but write them down and send them to the main office, and I just might use yours. All right, let's go ahead, use our senses and notice, for instance, how our body feels. Notice that you exist, and notice how that chair you're sitting on is holding you up. Or in my case, my couch, right? And then if your feet are on the floor, notice how your feet are also being held up that way as well. And then using your eyes, look around and focus on one thing in your environment. And just study. Just study it. Notice the darker parts, the lighter parts, the parts in the shadow, the parts that aren't, the shape of it. Notice what it might even look like. And then using your nose, take a breath in and out. And notice what your sense of smell might be noticing as well. With your skin, notice how do you feel, right? Maybe the clothing on you, perhaps the temperature of the air. Maybe you have an itch even, right? Notice that too. Just simply notice it. Move on. And then with your ears, just pause and listen. What do you hear? What are you hearing now that you didn't hear before? I have a fountain in my backyard and the window's open. I did not notice the trickling of the water outside until now. Alright, let's go ahead. I like to close my eyes. You don't have to. Take your first breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, allowing your body to settle into your couch or your seat. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Allowing yourself to notice how your chest and your belly expands as you breathe in and relaxes as you breathe out. Notice how your shoulders relax too. And once you're in the rhythm, as you breathe in again and breathe out, begin to expand your awareness to what's inside, such as your toes. Go ahead and wiggle them. Breathe in. And the bottom and top of your feet as you breathe out, your ankles, your calves, and your both knees. Breathe in. Notice your upper part of your legs. Notice your hips and your lower back. As you breathe out, notice your upper back as the muscles relax. Put a spotlight on your belly once again and breathe in. Noticing how it expands. As you breathe out, notice how your chest comes back down. Breathe in and notice your arms, your elbows, and your forearms. As you breathe out, notice your wrists and your palms and your fingers, all 10 of them. And as you breathe in, notice your neck and your head. And as you breathe out once more, dig deeper and notice what feelings you brought to school today. Don't push them away, how easy it is to do that. Sit with those feelings, even the unpleasant ones. Breathe in, allow it in. And as you breathe out, allow those feelings to move on once they've told you what they needed to tell you. Now in a moment you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may then open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort, where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not is ultimately your choice. So, choose wisely, work at it, and yes, enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Go ahead, take a seat. I want to thank you for joining me in the Mindful Minute. It's so great to know that some of you are joining me. Remember, you don't have to join me. It's just one of many ways to get yourself ready for the day. Now, you know how many of you guys have been coming up and telling me about moments where you showed integrity, right? When you were doing the right thing even when nobody else is watching. I'm just really curious. I want you to come find me. Here's my challenge, a new challenge, brand new challenge. Come find me and share with me moments when you use a breathing technique to get yourself settled or ready or to calm down, right? Or to be really aware. I'm really curious about what your stories are. When do you use a mindful minute? Now, the mindful minute, like I said, is great for allowing yourself to be ready, one of our 3 B's. Don't forget about being respectful to others as well as yourself. And I was just talking to a first grade student yesterday about how important it is, how really important it is to show that integrity, to respect yourself and do the right thing even when nobody else is looking. You want to respect others so that they can also have an invitation to respect you back. And also show that you're responsible. Responsible with your hands, with your feet, responsible with your iPad, right? All that airdropping, should you be doing it? Right? And when you get an airdrop, should you be accepting it? Think about that. Because you could easily get away with it. The thing is this, can you do the right thing even when nobody is looking? Especially no grown-ups. That's about being responsible. Being responsible and also taking care of others, right? Not just yourself, but other people, making sure that you take care of the materials you should also have in class. And finally, in the month of April, we are spotlighting that wonderful character trait of perseverance, which is to say, don't give up. You know, there are moments, there was a 2nd grade student yesterday who had a hard time at breakfast, and I was not exactly thrilled with the student's decision, but I heard that the student had a great rest of the day, right? So just because you started off and maybe you made some poor choices doesn't mean that you can't make that decision to turn it around and make it a great day. There are also 2 students in Miss Jackson's class that I was aware of, 2 boys that I heard really worked hard. It wasn't perfect, really worked hard at doing the right things, even when they didn't think anybody was watching, but their teacher was. So I just wanted to share that with you because I'm proud of those students who are doing the right thing and never giving up and showing that perseverance. All right. Before I drone on, I do want to tell you something that I think every student should hear, and that is this: I love you, and I like you just the way you are. And you guys are so great with that challenge. Yesterday, I think about 15 times you guys found me and told me that you like me just the way you are. I hope that you're telling that to your classmates as well as your teachers and all the grown-ups around the school. Can't wait to see you guys around. Have a great Tuesday.